Well, a very good evening, gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Abfc. How are we all doing, lads?
Very well, all good.
All good, all good. All right, let's get straight on with the ball talk today. Plenty of action to get through over the course of the Premier League fixtures this week.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll give it up to you. Where should we start? What do you think is a good place to start this week?
Why don't we start something bland?
All right, so that's a bit bland.
Let's go. Let's just start vanilla and get a bit spicy.
All right, okay, should we start off with go Fulham Brighton?
Yeah, we'll go with Fulham Brighton.
We'll start off with Fulham Brighton. So the final score there was Fulham 2, Brighton 1 at Craven Cottage. Now, did anyone see the highlights of this game at all?
Yeah, did you see Harry Wilson's goal?
I saw Harry Wilson's goal, but also what was his face? The Brighton player, Yai.
Oh yeah.
His goal was a banger.
His goal was good as well, wasn't it?
It was good.
But I feel like both of them, the keeper definitely could have got a bit closer to him.
Mm.
So
yeah, poor goalkeeper.
I think they looked probably better than they actually were.
Yeah, they are. But when you watch the highlights,
they look.
What a hat, son!
First time you see it, you're like banger. But yeah, it's just got a bland fixture.
It's a bland fixture. It looks like a mid-table clash to see who can finish maybe 9th or 8th at best or whatever for both teams there. Really, what do you reckon, Filsey?
Yeah, I can't agree more. We're getting to that stage of the season now, isn't there, where you've got the top part of the table, the bottom part, and the middle is just mediocre. Whatever happens, it's not that exciting.
No,
I would love to be there at the moment.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. Mediocre, mid-table.
Got no idea what mid-table feels like. Last 2 seasons have been slumped down the bottom.
Mate, we were in 4th not how long ago.
Oh, I know. You were coming everywhere.
Now I'm flaccid.
Give me some Viagra for your palace.
I'm sucked inside myself.
It must be cold.
It's freezing.
Well, anyway, back to the Fulham Brighton game. The game leaves Fulham after that win in 7th. They are Fulham, who were pretty much down battling, or going to get brought into the relegation scrap, and now 2 points off Liverpool in 6th.
Yeah, they've probably turned the corner.
They really have turned the corner, and Harry Wilson's probably in the form of his life.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if Marco Silva stays there, you know.
Do you think he deserves a better job?
Yeah, 100%. He's a good manager.
But who would you think that Marco Silva would be suitable for?
You.
Spurs?
Yeah.
Is that really a step up for him at the minute?
Oh, no, it's not a step up. But at least he can, not saying the transfers will be good with you, but at least he can spend some money. There'll be shit signings, but at least it looks like he spent some money.
At the minute, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
No, true.
If you're an up-and-coming manager and you've got ambition, don't go to fucking Spurs right now. What do you reckon to Marco Silva, mate?
Well, I think he's where he's at.
Well, you don't think he could do better than Fulham?
I don't know. I really don't. I think that he's had a few jobs. You know, I mean, what has he done?
We didn't really get a really good deal at Everton.
No, Everton.
They spent poorly and they kind of shipped
That was
him out.
their other owner, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he was dodgy as fuck.
Monsaro,
Spent a shitload of money early doors, didn't they?
Awfully, like
and then
awful
Andy
recruitment.
Slotty came in and
Yeah, well, he was there for a good time and a long time. I don't blame him. Real Madrid came calling, I'm off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's the truth. He's doing a good job at Fulham. But like we said, it wasn't that many weeks ago when Fulham was in the relegation question. You know, they were.
Yeah, but then so were Villa right at the start of the season when they couldn't score a goal.
Early doors, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
I'm talking like maybe. So I'm not quite sure Fulham's form, but maybe like
Fulham's
6 games
form,
ago, they was there or thereabouts.
Yeah, they were. I think around about 8 or 9 games ago, they were like 15th, 16th.
Yeah.
And they were putting them in the conversation for the relegation battle, but now
they've
they're
done well. Like, they have done well under him with what he's got to do. You know, the finances and everything else. But I don't know. I think he's the sort of manager that could go to a bigger club and fail.
Do you not think he could be like, say, if someone wants to pinch Emery? Well, I think it would be between him and the Bournemouth geezer, Iraola.
Yeah.
I feel like them two, that's the sort of thing. I'm not saying he should be like a top whatever, but I mean, Villa at the moment are top 4, top 3, whatever. But that sort of person, when you're teetering on trying to get in Champions League, but you really are a Europa League team, really, if we actually look at it sensibly. Like that sort of manager. Like a Europa League manager. That's what he screams to me. I feel like he'd be all right.
When they finally get rid of Eddie Howe and he goes,
That could be another one.
I could see him in a Newcastle.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So that's Fulham. They're challenging for the European spots, but I don't think they're going to get there.
I'd love to see him get there. I don't mind Fulham.
It's always good to see someone new.
Yeah,
get a crack at Europe.
They're like the family club of London, aren't they? No one gives a fuck about them.
They're very bland.
They're just
It's kind of like you can't dislike them. They're a bit like another QPR.
It's a bit like if you went to an ice cream shop and you went, I'll have 3 scoops of vanilla.
Yeah.
You're going to enjoy it, but it's not going to blow you away, is it?
Can I have let's give it 2 fruity.
Yeah.
All right, that's Fulham. What does that leave Brighton down in 12th and 30 points, right in the middle of the congested mid-table.
They are just so hot and cold. Like one time you're looking and going, they could challenge for Europe, and then they just play shit.
A couple of seasons ago when they had a little flirtation with European football, and you think, you know what, they could do something, they done nothing.
Yeah, still think the loss of De Zerbi was massive.
Yeah.
Definitely regressed.
Yeah.
Definitely regressed.
That has
Obviously better than Potter, clearly.
Yeah.
And then a bit of a backward step.
They did all right under Potter.
They did do all right under Potter. But they even under Potter, it was, again, I think some managers walk into a club that are a well-run club, and I think Brighton are a well-run club.
Yeah.
And that can boost a manager's credentials, because when he's gone to Chelsea, he got found out. When he went to West Ham, got found out. So I think it potentially with Brighton is more of it being a well-run club than it is being a good manager.
All right.
Yeah.
Zerbi though, he's obviously gone on and he's
at Marseille. I think Zerbi will return to the Prem.
I do. I'd like. The only reason why I wouldn't is because he's a gobshite, isn't he?
He's a gobshite.
If he don't like something, I'd say that there. So
I like that as a manager.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I'd happily take him at my club. I'm sure you take him at yours.
Yeah.
When Glasgow goes. But we'll get on to Palace soon. But okay, that's the Fulham versus Brighton. Let's move on to the Vitality, where Bournemouth beat Liverpool 3-2.
That was a wicked. Did anyone watch that? Did you?
I watched the game.
I've
I've only watched the extended highlights.
Did you? I watched this game. That was fun, mate.
It was. And before we get into the actual goals, you know, one thing that pissed me off, as well as a lot of other people, Van Dijk completely fucked up, turned around and blamed all the defenders.
Mate, he's done that all season. Every time he's
not just this
up.
season, like multiple seasons.
Yeah.
He's a prick for that.
He's one of the best defenders Premier League's seen, I would say.
Top 5.
Top
push.
5.
Top 10
5.
maybe. Top 5 no.
No?
Mate, there's been some class.
Yeah,
I reckon he's top 5 though. I wouldn't say top 3, but I reckon he's 4.
I mean, you're going against people like Adams and Bold and Keown. You're going against Vidic and Ferdinand,
John
Steve
Terry.
Bruce, Gary Pallister, Sol Campbell, Judas.
No, you heard it. There's something here.
Yeah, sorry, bit of Tourette's.
Yeah, Carvalho, John Terry.
You've got some epic, not just partnerships, individual. All I've just named 8 off the top of my head. I don't think Van Dijk gets into the top 5 all time. That may be controversial for anybody watching.
I bet that would be very controversial with a lot of people.
But I will not take away from the fact that Van Dijk has been an immense colossus of the signing for Liverpool, and his accolades that he's won, and he has absolutely turned Liverpool from like flirting around with 4th to being like an absolute stalwart and a title challenging team on the club.
Yeah, 1-2.
Yeah, so I think he's quality, but I think that's a different conversation to say top 5 Premier League all-time defenders.
I think he's up there. I wouldn't say top 3 though. So,
okay.
But
I think he's at a point now in his career where he's now not quite good enough.
I think
Liverpool need to be looking at that.
Do you know what I think?
How do we replace him?
I know exactly who they're going to
replace him with.
Fucking Van der Ven.
Oh yeah, but I don't think.
Not when you put £100 million on him, mate. He's not a £100 million defender.
What, Van der Ven?
No, not a chance.
He's got more goals than Bukayo Saka.
Mate, I'm not. That's true.
Your defenders have got more goals than anyone on your side.
But anyway, but this isn't a conversation about how shit we are. That comes later.
I don't think they need to think about replacing. They will need to.
Well, they have to.
I
What
think.
is he, 33?
Yeah, but I think he'll be fine. I just think now he can't run that defence by himself. I think he needs someone else good with him.
Yeah, he does.
I think he's just shitting himself. I mean, Kirkes, he was dreadful. He got whipped off at half time for Andy Robertson, which, funny enough, they want to sell to you boys.
Yeah.
So, to me, if I was you, I'd be going, shit, we ain't getting him then, are we? Because Arnie Slot must go in there, what are you doing? Why? And now...
Was it maybe...
Mate, he was dreadful.
Was it maybe like back at his old team ground and he was getting a bit of shit from the fans, maybe?
Maybe because the last few games he's actually played all right.
Yes. Kirkes has played marginally better over the last 2 or 3 games compared to the start of the season where he was just as horrendous as we just said.
But that came back yesterday.
Oh,
It was really bad and they whipped him at half time. But
all right.
And there was no Kanata yesterday. Joe Gomez went off injured again. Because every time he plays.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel sorry for Szoboszlai at the minute because that guy's class. If it wasn't for him, Liverpool, I think, would be down
mid-table, probably.
Well down mid-table. That guy is phenomenal.
Yeah,
loves Szoboszlai. I think he's just.
It was a good goal yesterday as well.
Yeah, exactly. So they ended up beating them 3-2. Liverpool were having a stronghold in 4th place at a particular time, but now they slipped down to 6th. Now, obviously, because Man United won today and Chelsea also won today as well. Obviously, they're in the mix of it all, but I think Liverpool got to be careful now.
They do, but if you look at their form, that's the first loss in ages.
Yeah,
they just can't win again. They just draw on them.
Have a look here. They've drawn, lost.
Yeah.
That's the last. So it's not exactly been great. I mean, they've been dropping points in the last 5 fixtures.
And they have spent some fucking
do you know what? I think that is... I can't quite grasp. They were talking about on Sky Sports after the game.
Coutinho money must have run out by now, mustn't it?
No, mate, they still got. I was about to say they still got another couple of bill, mate. Or now.
Over here off them twats.
Coutinho money, mate. Coutinho money.
Was it South Records? We must have pumped it all in crypto.
But they were saying, like, how can a Premier League winning side go from being like the squad strength go down when you spend like $500 million?
Right, so I think to kind of try and answer that question, yeah, they've spent a load of money on a load of class people.
But look who they got.
Yeah, exactly. Look who they got rid of.
I sort of forgot.
I mean, obviously, like, bless him, lost Diego Jota, which is a huge loss. They also sold Luis Diaz.
Nunez, which I'm not saying is amazing, but he's someone.
He was definitely a plan B. He was a good plan B. What else to get rid of? They sold
Jared Kwanzaa, which they got no centre back. So it's
that was a really weird decision.
I mean, it's unlucky. Well, you say that because if that Leone came in and didn't get injured first game for the rest of the season, you would be a little bit different. If Isak came in, didn't get injured and started scoring goals, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation.
No, you're right. I think they have been unlucky with injury, especially to Isak, Leone. But then he was an untried 19-year-old.
But then Kirkes wasn't. Kirkes was one of the better left backs in the Premier League last season. Goes to Liverpool and stinking the place up. They got rid of Trent and got Frimpong in, which isn't really a right back, but still a replacement. I think he looks all right, to be fair. I know he got injured. Yeah. So it's just weird. But then you look at the players that aren't performing this year. McAllister. I mean, he's like half the player he was last year.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that they spent big on areas that they didn't need to spend big on. I think they spent a lot of money on Ateki, and don't get me wrong, I think it's a good signing.
Yeah, very good signing.
I honestly think they only done that because they wanted fucking Isak.
Yeah.
Newcastle's after him as well.
Yeah.
So if we buy him and we don't get Isak, at least we've got him, and now they've got them both. And I think that it's all about the forward players. I think Salah he's got to go, hasn't he?
Yeah, because I think they've got I think they've got a replacement already for him in Frimpong. Because he ain't a right back, is he?
Salah ain't a fucking striker, but we've had this conversation.
No, he's a winger.
Right. Fucking winger, striker. Hey.
But I know, I think you could play Frimpong there. And there'll be more cover for Conor Bradley at the back.
I think they'll spend big again in the summer.
How much more can they spend?
That's what I was then thinking.
Well, it all depends, A, where they finish, and 2, how they get on in the Champions League.
I mean, imagine if they... I don't think they will. I think they will get Champions League. But imagine if they bottle that and get 6th. Then they can't swim big.
But then again,
They know in Liverpool they're going to win the Champions League.
But then again, we've seen Liverpool have been very patchy, very up and down. And would it really surprise you if they bottled the Champions League spot?
Wouldn't, but it also wouldn't surprise if they go and win the Champions League. They're good enough to. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
I think every Premier League side that's in there at the moment
Including Tottenham?
say that. They ain't, have you conceded a goal at home in the Champions League? No. Oh no, in Europe. Have you seen their record in Europe at home?
Yeah.
It's fucking outrageous, mate.
We have conceded a goal in the Champions League at home, and we haven't lost a home. We haven't lost a home game in Europe for 5 years.
How mental is that?
And we've only won 5 games at home in the Premier League.
In 5 years.
Anyway, let's not want to have a conversation about how shit we are.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So we've said about Liverpool. Let's quickly, before we move on to the next game, what that means for Bournemouth. Bournemouth are 13th. I think they're just ticking along. Really.
It wouldn't surprise you if they start picking up. I think they'll go up a little bit higher. I really like their manager.
See, I don't think they're fucking that good, mate. I think they had
They struggle at the back.
They had a couple of good seasons, and like I know when Howe left, changed manager, big change, and they have done really well, but I don't think they're as good as what people think they are.
I think they're all right going forward. I just think when you have pretty much your back 5 stripped away from you and then you've got to rebuild in one season.
And they're a well-run club. Again, another one. A very well-run club.
Every game's a high-scorer game. It's a bit like it's like Bielsa point too.
Yeah.
It feels like Bournemouth won 3-2, or they draw 2-2, or they win 4-2.
Well, they were 2-0 up against us. It ended up 3-0, didn't it?
Exactly.
Stupid.
It's always a good watch for the neutral, but I'm sure for Bournemouth.
I can't see Bournemouth being anything other than a club that is going to flirt between 11th and relegation places. I just don't.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You are probably right. For me, if someone had to say, take a bet on where you think Bournemouth are going to finish, I'd probably say 12th.
I was going to say 11th, yeah.
No, pretty much that's unanimous. Mid-table or just below mid-table.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so that's Bournemouth 3, Liverpool 2. Let's move on to prick Marinakis United.
He's a prick, isn't he?
He is an absolute prick. So let's quickly just tell everybody what the score was. So it was Brentford 0, Forest 2 at the G-Tech. I know. I watched a little bit of this game. I was hoping for a Brentford win, namely for yourself and keep the. I know.
With us, but yeah, I didn't. I'm not going to lie. I didn't see Forest getting anything out of the game, but I'd also, again, I think Brentford are punching massively. Who would have seen that with Frank going?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another ridiculously well-run club, and fair play to them. But for me, when I look at that fixture, I'm thinking this is going to be a bit of a dull sort of cancel each other out type of fixture. And Brentford, mate, they're still. We said it on the last podcast. They're still going. You know,
if they could put the ball in the net, mate, they'd be even higher.
Again, was it 6? I'm going to plug it here. 6 games ago.
Yeah.
They was probably 6 points away from the relegation battle.
Yeah.
A string of wins. No one's taken any notice of them whatsoever. And I believe it was the last
2 weeks ago.
It was 5th.
They may have been 4th while 4 games is finished.
Fuck.
I think that just shows you what a wonky season this season. You know, you win 2 games in a row, and you can hear the Champions League music. And you lose 2 games in a row, you're sniffing relegation.
Oh, mate, it's
weird,
it's
isn't it?
crazy.
Well, we've run 2 on the bounce. We're still in relegation.
But at least it's a bit more rosy than it was a couple of weeks ago.
True.
When you were holding your hat over your head.
But I think if they could score some goals, they missed a couple again today.
Yeah,
They're starting to play like us. So hopefully we turn it around and can start scoring goals, and they can't. But that, I don't know, what's his name? Is it not Igor Jesus? That's the other one. Thiago. Has he suddenly fallen off the boil though? No, that's Igor Jesus for thingy.
Yeah, so
Igor Thiago is the Brentford one.
Right, okay.
So he started
2
off
Eagles
with-
on the pitch.
Yeah.
No, fucking hell.
The Thiago, we're just calling by their second names. Thiago started off really well, didn't he? He was like second behind Erling Haaland. I feel like he's starting to come off the boil a bit.
I don't think Brentford played that well today. It didn't seem cohesive. Forest were a bit boring, and it was just a blunt match, really.
Yeah.
You know, I watched like the first half hour, and as soon as I heard a goal was in the Villa game, went to go watch that one because I thought it might be a bit more exciting.
I think also it was another game where after the absolute dreadful performance in Europe, Forest players have obviously had a rocket up their arse. I can't even have to say his name. Marinakis. I would say the Greek geezer. He's obviously gone in the change room before and said, "You play like that fucking
It
again."
surprised me if he did because they were apparently
I
they were
would
awful.
be.
Who
Yeah.
they play? I watched
They
them.
played Braga.
And
They were
apparently,
shite.
Well,
the
lost.
fans booed them at half time and full time.
So apparently Forest are.
Oh, they
one
don't
of
they
the-
go in the playoffs now rather than the thingy? Did I hear that right on the radio?
No.
They've got one more game.
Oh, they got one
They've
more.
changed it all up now, haven't they? But I think that Forest are one of the only teams in European history to lose a game having not had a shot on target against them. Yet they lost the game.
Right,
It was an
okay.
own goal.
Right.
Oh, right. I was
Braga
thinking, how the fuck
didn't
has that
have
happened?
a shot on target, yet Forest still lost the game. I think it was like 1 or 2 games in whatever history, and it was something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, then.
If a ball hits the post and goes in, is that classed as on target?
No.
Yeah, that's
That's
fucking
annoying because I've been done with that on betting many times.
bollocks. I say that because it's done me before, and I've been racking my brain ever since. That's probably about 2 years ago that happened. But I'm glad you've cleared that up now. Thank
Thanks
you.
very much, mate.
Well, it's not on target, is it? Because you hit the woodwork. So
Well, it is because you scored a goal.
no, but if you hit the woodwork and it bounces out, then that's not a shot on target.
No, but if it hits the woodwork and then goes in, which it's on target because it's gone in.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry. Yeah.
If it's gone in, so it's on target.
Yeah, that's my argument.
If it hits the post,
I know, I get if it's come back out
Yeah.
or gone over the bar.
Yeah. The amount of bets I've lost, mate, because it's gone into extra time and they've won, and I'm like, but it's still won. Yeah, it was only 90 minutes, was it?
Fuck off. Full-time result only.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
all right.
Something like
So, well,
It's going to turn into a betting rant now, isn't it?
Mate.
I do think, boys, that we'll incorporate something towards the betting side. We will do love a good bet, don't we?
Yeah, mate, the bet of the week. I reckon we should do a bet of the week.
Okay, so we'll get heads together after we finish today, and maybe for the upcoming weeks we'll put something in bet-wise. We'll put some additional content in, but that's for a latter date. So let's just quickly touch on what that means for both teams before we move on. So Brentford are now down to 8th. Still only 4 points off a Champions League place at the minute, so they're not completely out of the running, but I do personally think they're going to start
Yeah, I
doing
think so.
that down the league. And Forest up to 25 points after that one. So
3 points off us.
it's as you were, but at least you've caught up on Leeds United a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's probably
They
one
play
positive.
tomorrow,
They play tomorrow and they're away to Everton.
Yeah, so that's a game they can win.
No, I feel like this is going to be a 1-0 Moisey rank
I
one.
hope so.
Yeah, I feel that
I
is.
think it's an Everton win or draw.
Is it at Hill Dixon?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I can't see anything
So,
but a
a
1-0
rank
shit.
cold
Oh, it's going to be crap.
Everton Moisey boring
It's going to be
1-0
it's
win.
going to be a corner in, Leeds are going to head it out. It's going to bounce off someone else's head. It'll bounce off about 9 other people and end in the net. And that will be about 60 minutes in. And then you've got to endure another half hour of shit. That is what that game's going to be. And I'm so glad I'm at work.
Yeah, mate, I definitely won't be watching that shit.
So obviously, I'm not going to talk about West Ham right now, but what I am going to say is that if we talk about Nottingham Forest, Leeds United, Palace, and Tottenham, it's closed up a little bit, and if things go as they are going, it's literally for you two. Is 1 or 2 games and you're in the mix if you don't do things.
Believe me, we
couldn't
know.
see that, but 2 games ago.
Of course, because that nervousness for everyone else that's in the kind of bottom half of the minute was only predicated on the fact that if you managed to get any points up.
Yeah.
Now, if you were losing, no one would care because
bottom three's the bottom 3.
Yeah, bottom three's the bottom 3. But now it's like
people were saying it was done three weeks ago. So
but now you've created some squeaky bum time down the bottom there.
It's getting closer.
Yeah, definitely. All right,
I see Leeds dropping back down. I think that Forest will be in and around the mix.
Yeah.
We'll talk about us in a minute, but after our next 3 games, that is when you find out whether we're in the mix or not.
Okay.
They are big.
All right, okay, we'll get on to that. Before we flirt down at the relegation battle, let's go up to the top of the table and talk about 3 games in a row, what was very important up there. We're going to start with Man City versus Wolves, who won 2-0 at the Etihad. Great goal by Semenyo.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Really, really good goal by Semenyo. And who scored the other one? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was Marmouche.
Yeah, that was a good goal.
First
Was it
start.
a header?
Yeah, first, no, it wasn't a header. It looked like an own goal. He got his boot.
Oh, he got it.
Yeah.
So everyone predicted that City were going to win.
So they just rocked up, won and see you later.
Well, they had to, didn't they? Especially after the abortion that was the fucking European Bodo Glint was a
Mate,
really
That's a hard place to go.
It's a tough place to go,
It's a
mate.
hard place to We've been saying this from day one of this podcast. Bodo's a hard place to go.
Exactly. And then Spurs have been there twice, they fucking lost.
But that means fuck all. So,
Prick. Been alright. Been alright. Well, alright, okay,
So I think they had to do something. I thought it was going to be more convincing than it was.
I think you went
But
4, didn't you?
I said 4, and I think the main reason for that was, one, I expected a bit more of a reaction from City, and I also think the Wolves have been in relatively good form considering of their position, but they can't go on because they are shit.
but then to be fair, when you made that prediction, you probably didn't realise Haaland was going to start on the bench.
Very true.
So, which I think.
Well,
I never looked at it and thought, well, we'll rest him.
yeah, exactly. It's Wolves, bottom of the table. We're going to have more than enough to get past them, and they did, really.
Yeah, they were just better than them. They started Foden and Haaland on the bench, didn't they?
Yeah.
Mark Gahey started for them, no?
I
What?
no.
Right, where they get him from?
Mate, wherever they got him from, mate, you need
I heard
to...
it was Dorking.
It was, mate. It was Dorking, mate. Craziness.
But alright, so but before Arsenal played today, they closed the gap up to 4 points. Fairly easy pickings for Man City there. Didn't really expect Wolves to get anything out of the game.
That's the sort of game you just want to win, just to put the little shitters on in.
Yeah, just literally like closed the gap at the table up. Everyone expected Man City to win, expected Wolves to lose. But I think just one talking point from the game which I wanted to bring up. During the game,
Oh, yeah.
Man City were on the attack, and the players swore it was a penalty, and the
handball, wasn't it?
It was a handball. I think it's by Mascara, and the referee said no in real time, and then the V.A.R. I don't know whether you saw it or not.
No,
suggested to the referee who was on his first ever
First ever Premier League game.
First ever Premier League outing, first ever trip, was sent to the screen, and normally you know what happens then. If a referee gets sent to the screen, you know that
He's going
to change his mind to whatever V.A.R. has suggested to him. But the referee said no, and kept his original decision of no penalty.
You know what? I didn't see it, and what I am going to say is, I've not seen the incident, right? and I've not seen the VAR replay. Fair fucking play.
Yeah.
It's about time a referee put his hands down his bollocks, down his pants, found his fucking bollocks, and said, "Do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not giving that.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm not
that's
fucking giving it.
Yeah.
Fuck off."
And
Brilliant.
he stood there with his mic on, telling the crowd, "No,
Yeah.
I think that's an accident,
and
Campbell."
see what?
Was it on their underarm?
It-
The Wolves play.
Someone cut back, and it looked like it did hit his arm underneath there, but it's not an unnatural position. When you're going for the ball, we can't always go in with your hands behind
this
the
is
back.
what I mean.
Do you know what? I love that though. I love that.
I do. I
didn't
love
see
that.
it or anything.
Yeah.
I think the
Fantastic.
Needs
match
that
of the
more.
day pundits all said, you know what, we're all for it. It's good that
Soccer Saturday
yeah,
did.
I mean, they're all like, yeah, do you know what? Someone finally stood up to decision, and
Yeah.
maybe now it's set a precedent. I mean, for the actual bloke concerned, he's probably going to be refereeing fucking Dagenham and Redbridge next week.
Mate,
But
No, I hope not.
No,
and the
no,
thing
he's
is,
doing
the
that.
thing is, you know the whole footballing world. If he isn't reffing the game next week, is going to fucking kick off.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what we need.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
There
from
needs to be-
referees say no.
Yeah, and go. And the thing is, me personally, even if you're City fan, I bet a lot of City fans go fair play because it weren't. I didn't think it was. I would understand if it was given,
Yeah.
but I didn't think. Me personally, watching that as a neutral.
But what I think was a really good thing, because that was one of the first times that's ever happened, but it didn't prove costly to the result.
Yeah.
So I like it. If it would have been, that Man City would have dropped points or didn't win the
Yeah,
game,
that-
and
that
it was
would have been more
insanely controversial.
Were they not 2-0 up already at that point, or were they 1-0 up?
I think it may have even been 0-0.
Nah, it definitely weren't. Marmoush scored quite early.
All right, okay, but I think
They-
on the balance of everything,
yeah.
it didn't matter to the result.
Yeah.
City were probably going to win anyway, so rather than 2-0, it would have been 3-0. But I like the talking point. I like the fact that maybe referees have now been planting a seed in their head that I haven't got to go to the screen and someone else miles away is dictating the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I would love? I would love to hear and see. I'd love to hear the audios from St George's Park and the referee. Not during the game, maybe afterwards, because otherwise it just adds on to time, and fans don't want to be fucking about with that. But in terms of decisions being made afterwards, to hear the audio, and I would love for a referee to get called over to the screen, and the first thing he says is, "I want to see it in real time.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a slow
Yeah.
build like boom, boom, boom." Hits his fucking elbow. That's a penalty. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see it in real time, because if I don't, as a referee, I would love to hear it. If I don't see that in real time, I'm not giving the decision.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to see.
Yeah.
Right? And then nip out the fucking 8-minute, 5-minute fucking review. Is it? Isn't it? Is it? Isn't it? Bounce, bounce. Is it? Is it? Get on with the fucking game.
Yeah.
Get
Just
on with the
make
game.
make
If
your
I
decision.
can't see that in real fucking time, I'm not giving the decision. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
I don't consider much.
Yeah, I'm totally.
And considering when they brought out, it was like, oh, it's only going to be for clear and obvious decisions. Well, if you take fucking half hour making a decision, it's not clear or
fucking
obvious.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Why I think they shouldn't allow a referee to be called over to the screen and watch it in a slow-mo, because
If they ask for it in slow-mo, the refs, fine. But straight away, they should ask for it in real time. And then go, I still don't know. Show me it in slow-mo. But they're only not like for 20 minutes.
I think we have to compromise a little bit in terms of, and I know we're going off topic slightly. If it's a tackle, I think I'd be alright with it being in slow-mo, because if there is contact with a player and you can't quite see it in real time, but there is contact with a player, okay, slow. If you want to slow that down so we can see that, because if it is in real time, but it does make, if I make contact with you and that hinders you, then that could be.
Yeah.
Handball, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
in real time. It's got to be in real time.
Because you don't know how quick. Yeah, you don't know how quick. Like, I don't know how all these refs think these defenders can get their arms out of the way. And when they say they're in a,
react to that.
I hate this whole unnatural position. You're playing a sport. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand people don't run around the football pitch like that. I get it. But if you're like doing this and your arm's going to be out. No
You
one.
get a penalty?
Yeah.
Because I've gone in for a tackle and I've done that, and the ball's bounced. And what?
Oh, it's good.
It's bollocks.
Yeah, it's bollocks.
Tackles I get, handballs for me,
Yeah.
have to be in real time.
Yeah, I like that rule.
Yeah.
No, I like that rule too. Would you ever be against? And I don't think referees do it at the moment. If they were, I don't know, their viewers obscured or they didn't quite see something in real time. Well, oh mate, I'm just gonna go check the screen for that. And they went to VAR and go, oh, I don't know about that. I missed that one. Can you just replay that? And they suggested going to the screen for
If
themselves.
the referee calls
Yeah.
to see the screen?
Yeah.
No, I don't, because I think if they can't see it in St George's, then I don't think that can. I think that if that was an incident, they should be in his ear anyway.
Yeah,
I don't think the referee can call. Can I see that again? Because I think that's going to add on to even more time. If it is an incident, they should be in his fucking ear because that's what they've got all the technology to do.
Yeah, no, but because VAR is so
Shit,
yeah, and it's so new, and there's so many creases to iron out. I'd love to see something like, do you know what they do in cricket when they get every team gets like a review. And
yeah, or like rugby or something.
yeah,
They don't have
anything
to
like,
rugby, does it?
or the manager can go, oh, can we review that or whatever, and so VAR gets really condensed and speeded up, and if things aren't taken for 5-6
Or
minutes.
just do what they do in rugby. When there's conversion, the ref will go, is there any reason why I can't give that try? And they go, no.
Oh, give us 10 minutes.
Yeah, but they...
Yeah.
Because the people that are going to
that's
make
the
that
thing.
decision don't fuck all about
In the
football.
VAR, that's what I mean, the football VAR sense, it takes them fucking forever.
Oh, it's
In the rugby
ridiculous,
one,
isn't it?
and I used to laugh, when I used to watch rugby, because I'm not really a rugby fan, but I'll watch it, the international one, I just sit there and laugh, going, why are they taking so long to decide whether it's a goal or not? It's a try! Yeah, all right, fine. Now, they must be looking at us going, fucking hell, they're taking 10 minutes over whether it's a yellow card or a red. Like, it's ridiculous.
I know we've probably gone on one here, but I'm just going to throw one out there real quick. And I'm going to say that if VAR can make a decision within 2 minutes, then the decision stands.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think that's a
You have 2 minute window.
2 minute window
if
to do
you
it.
can't make that decision in 2 minutes with your slow-mo fucking...
How many...
bollocks.
Give us like a little timer.
Yeah, why not? Why
The
not?
thing is though, you guarantee Carl Walker wouldn't go into punditry after. He'd be a new ref because he's one of the quickest fuckers to get to that screen, wouldn't it? There'd be no old bastards anymore being the refs. Would
no,
they?
you know.
It'd be the quickest bastards to the screen you ever
Why
seen.
would they do that? You have 2 minutes, right? So, right, St George's Park, radio through. Yeah, just checking the penalty. Okay, you've got 2 minutes, let's go.
Because I think I could make a decision in 2 minutes.
I think I can make a decision in 20 seconds, mate. I'm not being fucking... Let's have it fucking right. I think each
Yeah,
of
you're
us
probably
could make
right.
a decision in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And if you can't do it in 2 minutes, then you're sacked.
They're all-
Right? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Should we hashtag Harold Webb into this? Get filthy
2
stuff
minutes.
you buck.
It's on slow-mo, you
Oh,
can't.
yeah, how have you not seen that?
Why are we on 7.5
I
minutes?
agree, mate. I agree.
All right, we've got a massive skew off on VAR.
It was worth it.
I know it's worth it, but I think it's one of those subjects where we need we probably need half hour. We probably need 45 minutes to really get into the bones of VAR. But we'll save that for another episode. Let's stick with the top of the table. So that last game was City vs Wolves. Let's go to St James's Park, where Villa also caught up a few points on Arsenal today.
I think I nailed this prediction as well.
I think you went 2-0 Villa, so it was 2-0 Villa. Watkins scored and Buendia scored.
Buendia, yeah.
Because where did he come from? No,
Where did you
Blast
that from?
me, old booty.
I
remember I think you said last week that it's a huge game, this one, for both sets of fans.
Yeah.
And Villa carried on some brilliant form for the year.
Villa, another well-run club since they got relegated and returned. And they just go about their business, don't they? They just...
Got a class manager.
They got a class manager. Fucking hell, Villa's going to get top 4. Look, like that, I mean, that...
Top 4. Oh, 100%. I think Villa are nailed on for top 4.
Do you think they
Oh,
are?
yeah.
I do.
Their form has been in such great form since, apart from their first
What,
5 games.
Yeah,
4
something like
games,
that.
when
Yeah.
they
But there's no one else below them that shows any signs of reeling them in.
I mean,
Liverpool aren't at it. Chelsea are, they beat you today, but they're not really consistent.
yeah, it's your shit.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to interrupt and say, yeah, but we're
Do
fucking
you know what,
dross.
weirdly, probably the only team that I could probably
United.
see would be fucking Man U fucking United.
mate.
Scammer FC, but no, that's the next game we'll
Yeah.
talk about. But
So I don't know
Villa,
how much they
I
are
don't
scamming.
personally think that they're doing awesome, and we've been saying for weeks now, I probably think it's a bit too much beyond them to sustain a title challenge, but they're still there. And especially
Unai Emery would be a fool to leave, wouldn't he? Like, if a bigger club came knocking, because you'd have
Why?
to look at that and think,
Depends what
why
the club
would I
is.
leave?
What if you took over Pep?
What, I don't see it.
Why would
I
you do
don't
that?
see it,
I don't
but
see it.
that's the only sort of managerial
But I
thing.
think- yeah,
but
but-
he's good. I personally think he's good enough for a role like that.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
how good I think he
But
is.
Like, this is going to sound a little bit controversial. Villa aren't a million miles away from fucking City.
Well, they are.
No, but what I'm saying is that since he's come in and the progress that he's made, if he went into City, they expect instant success. Do you go to City when Pep's gone, best manager in their history, like a Ferguson Moyes type of situation?
Kind of what he did at
You-
Arsenal, actually, didn't he?
Right, so you're walking in there, you have to have instant success. If you don't have instant success, you're gone in 3 or 4 months, right, in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Or do you stay at Villa where you've created this massive success?
Yeah, he's got the
They've had to-
reins there as well, hasn't he?
Why would you leave to go to City?
Because of trophies.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even if Man City turned around and they said to you, do you know what, Unai, come to us, we're going to give you 200 million.
The only
Okay, I'm going to spend that. I need to get the players hitting the ground running. We need to win our first 6-7 games. We need to be top of the league come Christmas. Because if I'm not, I'm going to lose my fucking job. Or do I stay at Villa and I continue to do what I'm doing? I know there was an FFP coming in on them, which should be passing soon, I think. Right?
fuck all what happened.
I know, but from his point of view, he must be thinking, well, actually, next season I might have a bit of money to spend at Villa, and we're already top 4.
He said that could
Why
be
am
a
I gonna
good
leave?
time because I think that's when Pep will go. When that FFP comes in, if anything does come. Say they get a transfer ban for 2 years.
I can see Emery doing getting like the Barca job.
Yeah, I do think he's ready
Great
for
manager.
a big job. I think he's that good.
I don't see him being. He doesn't quite suit the profile for like a Real manager.
No, yeah, but I think
I
the
know
City
he was
would.
Villarreal, wasn't he? Was he
Yeah, Villarreal
I
and
don't
Sevilla as
think
well,
any
wasn't he?
affiliation with.
Because he won
He's won
with
the-
Sevilla.
Yeah, Sevilla.
and
Yeah,
then he-
Sevilla
did he
and
do it with
Villarreal.
Yeah, I think he did actually.
Yeah, I think he did.
He's also what he's been at PSG, and he didn't do it. Obviously, he was at Arsenal for a little while, and that was an ill-fated. It was always going to fail at Arsenal after.
He was the first appointment after
Yeah,
Wenger.
he was the David Moyes after Ferguson
Yeah.
sort of style manager.
Yeah.
But he's doing an awesome job, and Villa wouldn't be where they are without him.
No, I agree.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But all right, that's Villa. Let's just quickly touch on Newcastle.
They're not as I saw this, and I think I said it in my prediction. And maybe last week on the podcast, I think Villa will show actually where Newcastle are really at the moment.
Yeah.
They're not that good. Even when they played us, their goals, it was shit defending from us. They did nothing else in the game. And I still think there's something lacking there. I like in the fact they're playing Lewis Miley more now, though. Because I like, he's good, he's good.
What's the face? Hall as well. He's
He's
class, and he's got quite a feature.
I don't understand who started up front for him today? Visser again.
Yeah, it's a bit so. Then Voltemada came on.
I don't get that. I don't understand it.
How obviously he sees Visser as more of his man. He looks to play his style. I don't think.
Well, they haven't got a style. What is Newcastle? I don't even think. I bet if you asked a Newcastle fan, they wouldn't be able to tell you what their style is.
All right. Any Newcastle fans? Write a comment. Tell us what Newcastle.
Please let
what
me
is
know.
Eddie Howe's style of play? Because I personally can't answer that question.
No, I can't. I don't know what it is.
Just trying to think back to when he was at Bournemouth as well, and don't really know what he did there either. He didn't have like a right. I've set my stall out. This is my formation. This is my this Klopp style gegenpressing kind of play or style. I don't know.
I
What
feel
he
like
does.
it's just if I'm rugged in midfield and try and kick people about, I might win a game.
Oh, speaking of people kicking about, the commentary were absolutely sucking the dick of Joel Linton.
Oh, mate.
Oh, they
Everyone get over that geezer.
Right, that guy he's a fucking criminal.
Yeah.
He's an absolute thug of a guy, and I cannot stand him. How he's not got more red cards than fucking Vinnie Jones is beyond, especially in today's fucking climate of football, where you already got to do is touch someone, and that's
Especially when you consider he was brought to be a forward and he was so shit they had to put him in centre mid.
And they love him. Apparently at Newcastle they love him because he's combative and he's
It's all well and good, but you need a bit of class.
And I think that's probably what Guimaraes adds to them. And I can't remember, was it you didn't really rate Tonali?
I think I just said he's not as good as they think he is.
All right, okay.
He's not consistent enough to be amazing.
Yeah,
Would be my thing.
They kind
He's
of
too
work.
busy being in Betfred, isn't he?
yeah. He's too busy thinking about his hackers for the weekend rather than actually playing
I
football.
know. But all right, but so what do we think Newcastle are going to do for the remainder of the season? They're ninth now.
They'll be
They
Euro.
are 5 points behind fourth now.
Are they? I still think they're going to hit Europa. Just.
All right, okay. You think they've got enough?
I think so.
Because they haven't signed anyone. have
Who's
they?
above them?
Brentford,
Brentford.
Fulham, Liverpool, Chelsea,
I
United.
think they've got enough to take over Fulham and Brentford.
Yeah, they'll probably reel them in to get past the
They ain't got enough to get
the
further
legacy
than
clubs
that,
like United, Chelsea, and Liverpool.
Nah.
We will soon see, but.
unless United suddenly start.
But do you know if they've actually signed anyone this transfer?
Not that I know of.
No, I don't think they have. All this money that the owners are supposed to have, and we're not really seeing any of it.
I don't think they really spent though, do they?
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to say something quickly on Newcastle.
Go on.
It might be a little bit controversial.
Oh, I like it. Go on.
I don't think Newcastle will kick on to the heights that they will with Eddie Howe at the realm. But I think Eddie Howe is nailed on to be the next England manager. So for me, if Newcastle want to progress, they've got to let Eddie Howe go. I don't know who they're getting.
Do you reckon, going back to the last manager we were talking about, if they threw the money in checkbook at Unai Emery,
Wow. I think they're winning Champions League.
that would probably be a.
What?
Yeah, I do. If Unai Emery took over Newcastle when the FFP was released, I think they would go on to be Champions League. I think they'll win the mate. In the next 5 years, I think Newcastle will win the Premier League, and they will be one of the. No, I do.
Statement.
Mate, the money that they could
We
potentially have.
haven't
at
seen
their
any.
disposal.
The owners have been there,
But
for
they
years.
can't, can they?
Well, they still spent quite a bit on some.
They have, but they've not spent what. It's not like an Abramovich going into Chelsea, is it? It's not like someone can turn up and say, "Do you know what, let's get Robinho, let's get Makaleli,
but
let's
it's
get
like
fucking."
Yeah.
They can't do that. But I think in the beginning of next season, they're probably going to have a huge amount of funds where they can spend. Do you want Eddie Howe spending that money, or are we going to go for an Unai Emery? Because if they got Unai Emery in,
That
the
would
England
definitely
manager's
take
going
them
to
up
fuck
a level.
off.
Definitely take them up a level.
Right?
It would,
The
but
England
then
manager's
also,
going to fuck off.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even want to say his name. Fucking German managing England. I think it's nailed on for fucking Eddie Howe to do that, and I'd be happy with that. I think Eddie Howe can get the best out of the English players at that level, right? Newcastle need a manager beyond that level, if that makes sense. And I think that if Unai Emery went to Newcastle, they'd be winning Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues. And I think if Eddie Howe went to England, I think he'd get the best out of the English
I think he would.
players.
I think he would be
do.
very good.
I think he'd get better out of the English players.
Is there not a world though where the guys that own Newcastle are like, yeah, I'm bored now. We're not winning anything, are we? Do I really want to keep doing this?
What, you think the owners will jump ship?
Yeah. I do.
I don't think the owners will jump ship. I think the owners are going to wait until they can spend a bit of money.
But when's
we
that,
need the
though?
right person to spend the right money on the players that we need.
What is some rules changing or something?
There's no rules changing, but I think they exceeded from the money, their revenue and what they can spend. It's been a bit of an issue for the last couple of years.
But then what if they're not going to consistently get in the Champions League, which they're not because they're not good enough, then they're never going to be able to spend that sort of money.
But they haven't.
So
they haven't spent that much.
Who's telling you this? Who's telling you Newcastle aren't spending money?
Mate, they've got Voldemort, but they sold Isak, right? If you're talking of transfers going into Newcastle, they got Tonali, right? Which was big bucks at the time. I actually think when you look at it in other teams in the Premier League and the money that they've spent and the money they've taken in, I don't think they've actually spent as much as what they could.
But just in the summer, they spent nearly 70 mil on Voltemada, 60 mil was it on Visser, 50 mil on Alanga.
Yeah.
What was Malik Chow? 30, 40?
So if you take Isak out of that, you're probably talking a surplus of
about 100 mil.
Yeah. Mate, West Ham fucking spend that. And
I know, but you're saying that they don't spend money.
They don't spend. What I'm saying is they don't spend what they could or what they might want.
Oh yeah, but that's the same as every club that is run by a state. You can't let people like Newcastle spend what they want because it would just be a Saudi league.
Like an Abramovich that he done with Chelsea. So my point being is, so let's say they spent 200 million, but they got 100. What did they say?
120. Yeah.
Right. So you're talking an 80 million pound.
Yeah.
For the richest club in the world to only spend 80 million, we fucking spent 40 million pound on Max fucking Kilman.
Yeah, but that's
right.
But when you look at,
they're nowhere near their potential.
Right. Okay. I've got. Sorry, mate. We are kicking on this.
We are. Proper. That's what we do. We talk shit.
Let me just say one more thing, right? Their squad got top 4, top 5 last year, right? Mm-hmm. What, you don't think if they just spent 80 mil on a player, that wouldn't make them better?
I think it just depends on the player and what the manager wants and the style of it. There's so many fucking things going on there, isn't there? You were saying 80 million pound on one player?
Yeah, which is pretty much Voltemada. But they didn't do that. They bought 2 strikers and they bought a winger because they didn't think Jacob Murphy's good enough. But in the end, that was poor signing from whether it's Eddie Howe or the people above, because they'd still rather play Jacob Murphy rather than Alanga. So it's not that they don't spend money, they just don't spend it that well.
I don't know. I just think...
I love when someone disagrees with you and just goes, I don't know. No, you're talking shit.
Right, let's wrap up. Last thing about Newcastle.
I think they're an underperforming club with the finances available potentially. I'm trying to be really fucking right.
I really agree with you. If the owner of Newcastle has got more capital than all of the other 19 Premier League clubs combined,
or the United Kingdom government,
and it's just literally an issue of how can we suddenly get that money available to spend on transfers. Yeah, maybe the league should watch out, but at this present moment in time, it does feel like the owner's going, do I really want to spend this money?
Yeah, this is my thing.
If Todd Bowley can sell car parks and women's football clubs and whatever and get all the pennies that he wants into a club, surely they've found out a way to get the money in.
Could you imagine if they renamed their stadium the Sports Direct again? Their fans would go nuts.
Yeah, you know. All right, boys. All right, so there we go. That was Newcastle 0 and Villa 2. All right, we're going to move on to the next game at the top of the table, which was a game that was played today. Cracking game.
Game of the week, wasn't it?
Definitely game of the week, the most exciting game of the weekend, and it was Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3.
Couple of corking goals, wasn't it?
Man United scored a couple of goals, and it was one of the first times in a very, very long time I've actually been cheering Man United on.
Yeah, same. It never happens, but that was great.
Is it Carrick's coming as like the whole story? style of play has changed completely.
Well, massive. Well, their formations changed,
Yeah.
and they actually. The thing that's blowing my mind is that they're actually chasing after the ball, which they just didn't do with Amrin. I don't know whether it was because they were just so regimented in keeping the shape that he wanted to keep, and he thought, "I'm successful at doing this at Sporting. We have to keep doing this, and when we get it right, it's gonna work." And it just didn't.
It didn't know that. But I think that Amarim has lost that dressing room ages ago.
I do, because I think when it wasn't working and he kept saying, "It will work, lads, it will work, lads," when when it's not working,
They
ever.
were in two terrible position when they got rid of him.
They weren't, but they weren't good, were they?
They weren't. They wasn't good. But was it progression since he took over?
Well, yeah, but a year and a half later, a progression of very little. Like, the guy only won 2 Premier League games in a row, like once or twice, didn't he, or something stupid? That ain't really progression. I know they were doing better, but I feel like if the Premier League season was a normal one, rather than how no one really wants top 4 this year by the looks of it, then I feel they would not be where they are at all. But I'll hold my hands up. I did say, I have said for ages, Man United are shit this season. I don't know how they're where they are.
Yeah.
Last 2 games, I've got to hold my hands up, and I don't like doing this with Man United, but they play well.
They played.
They've
City off
worth
the park.
they've worth their wins.
They're worth the wins, and it wasn't as if they scraped the win today. They were well.
They had some chances. I tell you what, mate, they feel like they might have got a bit lucky in both of the games. The fact that with Man City it being 0-0, they definitely should have had a sending off. And today, Arsenal were all over them in the first half until Zubimendi gave them that goal. So it would have been interesting if they went in at 1-0 and Arsenal still had that about them. I feel like the game wouldn't have changed. I think that just purely just gave Man United belief, and they were like,
Yeah, I agree with you.
win.
When Zubimendi gifted, and it was an absolute gift of a goal to Brian and Wemo. Man United were a bit passive. They didn't really have any belief, really. But as a whole, Carrick has come in and it's just injected a bit of
just
life
some
into
life,
it.
yeah, a bit life. And I tell you what, the formation that I feel like if we ever took over Man United, we would all play that formation that he's doing. Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes in number 10. That makes such a difference.
It does. Play people where they're supposed to play. And I tell you what a goal by Dorgu.
Yeah.
What a goal by Dorgu. And he looks like even in just 2 games, he's suddenly come on leaps and bounds. A different voice in the changing room.
Yeah.
It's a different arm around people who haven't had their arm around them for a while.
But he's
Who
also
knows?
playing a winger now, isn't he?
Yeah. I haven't really looked at the lineup and the formation to see what he's playing. All you see is the result.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, these guys are suddenly playing for the badge in the club now. So, like, fair play to them. They beat the best 2 teams in the country.
Yeah.
In 2 games.
Is that a direct result of Carrick coming in, having played for the club and played for the badge?
Well, I think I know we chatted a couple of weeks ago about that Man United do need to kind of lose that kind of Ferguson tentacle that they seem to have had.
I'd ban him from the stadium.
Yeah. You can
Not
watch,
because...
you can watch at home like everyone else.
Well, he's got his own stand.
I know.
You can't stop me sitting on my own stand, mate.
I think the pressure on him just being there on any manager will mean that the manager will not succeed.
I mean, I think you could see that with when Fletcher was in there, sitting there in press conferences going, you know, everything I do, I ring up the boss and see if it's all right. I mean, Carrick.
He's not a fucking manager anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, Carrick didn't come in and do that. Carrick's his own
Carrick's already
manager.
he's been his own manager at his own club, and he's got his own 2 feet. To
He's
stand
got his
on.
ideas about him already. He's got his own ideas.
Got sacked at Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Like, so him bringing him in is purely on the basis of him being part of the successful Man United teams. It isn't based on his managerial achievements.
No,
Oh, no, his resume doesn't get him the job. It's just that link to a past Man United era, which has been long gone.
I mean,
but
realistically, Gary Rowett is never going to be manager of Man United.
no,
eh?
exactly. Neither's Luke Chadwick. Neither's Anderson.
What a name! Yes, Luke.
I bet he was the first bag of screws as well. What an ugly fucker.
You know.
Like,
Poor bugger.
I know.
But do you not think still
What, Will still?
Will Steele, what a player. Sorry, manager.
You sounding here, mate? What?
Do you not think that bringing in Carrick, Solskjaer before, is still clinging on the coattails of Ferguson?
Yes, papering over cracks.
Do you know what I mean?
They're making a mistake because if they keep doing as well as they're doing under Carrick, they're going to employ him full time. Same things they did with Solskjaer, and it won't work. It won't work.
Well, he's definitely done his own case. The world of good by beating Arsenal and City.
Oh, those odds for Man United's next manager would be dropped massively now.
Exactly. And the thing is, though, fair play to him. Fair play to him for coming in and galvanising a club who were fucking awful.
Yeah.
Fucking awful prior to that. And then for 2 games in a row, what are 2 games to get appointed for?
Yeah.
Right, cheers, lads. Thank you very much for that. I've got to play Arsenal and City.
Because he probably thought he was going to lose both those games.
Oh, exactly.
I did, to be fair.
I think Arsenal haven't lost at home for 17 games or something.
Did you hear the last time they conceded 3 at home? Luton Town.
No, that was away. Last time they conceded 3 at home.
It was Luton.
I thought that was at their ground.
No, the last time they conceded 3 at Emirates was Luton Town. They said it in commentary today.
I thought that was they won 4-3 at Kenilworth Road. I thought that was the last time they conceded 3.
Oh, is that what? Maybe I weren't listening to the commentary.
I don't know. Wrong, maybe ask Brett or Tom if you watched the episode. Let us know the last time you conceded 3 at home. But fair play to United. Fair play for the 3 points on the board. That puts them up to
4th.
That puts them up to 4th. They're
Who'd have thought it?
I know. I mean, they're still 8 behind Villa, and I don't think they're going to catch them up. But yeah, fair play to them. Fair play to Man United. Don't like it. Wax lyrical about United. Never have done. Never will do. No. But fair play to them. But
if they do keep playing like that, though, they will get top 4.
Yeah, they will.
Do I think they will? I think there might be a drop off, but we never know.
Who knows? But what does that mean for Arsenal? That's humbling.
Their arse has got to be twitching.
That's the issue. I don't think their arse was twitching before the game, and now I think it will be.
They've got to be looking over their shoulders and thinking to themselves, all right, okay.
So look who Arsenal City got the next.
Is it 4 points?
City got us.
City?
Oh, you do always do well against
Trouble is, we always do well against City, and it would just be such a fucking Spurs thing to do to beat City and then lose to Arsenal.
Who have Arsenal got next week?
Arsenal.
And what sort of times are the games?
I don't see. Arsenal have got. They've got Leeds away is their next fixture. So next 3
It's a reaction fixture, that isn't it?
It's bottleable.
It is bottleable, but it's.
Is that a word? If it's not, I like it.
I like that word. I think
Oxford Dictionary. They will insert that bottleable.
Bottleable.
So here's one for you. You're talking Arsenal playing Leeds
Away.
If Leeds lose tomorrow, it's bottleable. If Leeds win tomorrow, Arsenal win.
Yeah, because they won't need it so
What do you
much.
think? Because it's more of a that Leeds have to win.
I think it's
more if they lose against Everton. What's your way in there?
So my way in there is I think Leeds will, because Leeds are on good form. Like I know they are where they're at, but they're newly promoted side.
Yeah.
Didn't they go? I think I said this last week. 8 games,
something like that,
unbeaten. They're going to be looking at Everton thinking this is a winnable game. We have to win this because Forest have just won. West Ham have just won. Burnley have got a point. If we don't beat fucking Everton, we're going to be in the mire. Yeah. And I think that if Leeds beat Everton, I can see Arsenal beating Leeds. If Leeds lose, I can see Arsenal getting. I can see Leeds getting something against Arsenal. Because the pressure's on then, isn't it?
Yeah.
You lose, like, not being funny, with absolute respect to Everton, but in mid-table,
yeah,
right? They're a team that Leeds are going to be looking at, and they're going to be thinking, this is a team we need to take points off if we're going to survive. Because teams around us now even Wolves are starting to pick up a few points, right? So they're going to be looking at Everton, thinking we have to get something out of this game.
That Leeds,
and if they don't, I think it's a completely different fixture against Arsenal.
It's a shame the time of that because that's 3 o'clock on a Saturday.
When does City play next week?
And
Do they
City play on the Sunday.
Alright, so-
City, oh, you're the half-full game. You're the last game.
Who?
Tottenham
Yeah,
City.
Spurs City next week.
If they do drop though, Arsenal, I feel like you're in a shower of shit.
We're in a shower shit anyway. That's regardless of who wins and draws or loses. But all right, so Arsenal have they've not scored for the last 2 games, and they scored twice today. One was an own goal, one was an absolute goal mouth scramble. They didn't look on the ball today, Arsenal. I know I'm a Spurs fan, and I love to see all the biased ways of how they fuck up and don't perform well or whatever.
The pressure's on Arsenal. It's not on City. It's not on Villa. It's not. I know I feel a bit down. You Liverpool. The pressure's on Arsenal, and I think that they'll also be very aware of previous seasons when they've bottled it and they've fucked up. And they're going to be like, "Yeah, we can't do this year."
And actually, what's his face in commentary? Neville, who's obviously very pro-United when he was during commentary, he was, other teams around now will start sniffing that Arsenal are get at a ball, or they put in a performance today that wasn't really how they've been for like the last 20 odd games. Today was something different, and I don't think Arteta's going to like that one bit.
I'll tell you what, Neville was right in what you just said there. If teams realise they can get at them, that first half for Arsenal is going to be fucking tough for every game now. Do you remember, I think it was a couple of seasons ago, and they lost, was it Sunderland? Nah, it wasn't, they weren't up. Southampton. They lost to Southampton like 3-0 or something stupid.
Oh, they had a little run, didn't they? I think they lost to Southampton.
Yeah, because they
lost to us, and they lost to somebody else.
Yeah.
3 games on the bounce.
Yeah, and because they
And
lost
ruined the
Saliba
season.
and they blamed all that. It wasn't
Yeah.
just Saliba going. It's the fact that they all just bottled it, and everyone around them were like, "We've got these fuckers. If we can put in a massive first half and score a goal, these guys are going to bottle it." Because they didn't then. Whether they do now is got what's going to win them the league. They haven't got the bottle or I don't really know what the word is, to bring a game back. They didn't then. It's whether now you can see it. I think you did early in the season when I think they get a draw at St James's Park like last minute or something, and you're like, oh, maybe this team does have that in them to go and win the league. It's going to be really interesting.
Right, but on one side, they're still 4 points ahead, and it's getting to the business end of the season, and you think, oh, all right, okay, they've got some games coming up which on paper you'd say that they'd win, and they could have enough, the team's really good or whatever, but it just seems as if they're not scoring set pieces, they're not really doing anything.
Yeah.
That's not got to worry, if you're...
It would do, and when you're bringing Gokres off the bench to try and change a game, that don't work.
No, he was also awful today.
Weren't he? He was fucking dreadful.
But they're saying about Gokres what people were slagging Solanke for us about. Oh, do you know what? His work rate's really good. He's holding things up, and he's holding the ball up, and he's linking play, and he's bullying defenders. But you're a striker, mate. You've got to put the ball in the fucking back of the net. That's your one and only job as a striker. But I don't want a workhorse. I want a selfish as fuck striker who is going to piss off all of his teammates because he shoots on sight. That's who I want.
Yeah, that, or you have someone who is constantly giving assists to your wingers or something like that.
Yeah.
They're if your strikers just getting assists, you don't care because there's goals coming.
Yeah.
What?
I thought he was going to say something.
I'm about to say something.
He's computing.
What happened to Jesus? Because when they signed him, I thought they signed a.
They started
goal
him
scorer.
today. They started him
today.
I thought he was a goal scorer when they signed him.
Say that though, he has just come back into the team and he's scoring goals.
He's so injury prone though.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, he's
not
out.
old though, is he?
No, he's just injury prone.
I also feel that he can't quite do it up front on his own.
Because if you take,
No, he's just not that player.
No.
if you take Gokres, if I've probably said that wrong,
No.
Jesus and
Havertz.
Martyn, well, he's happened.
That's where they've been playing him since they've had him, really, isn't they?
They've not had a striker for a few years.
Well, that was what Gokares is, though, wasn't it?
supposed to be.
Proper striker.
Giroud.
He was a fucking Coventry, though, wasn't he?
Giroud and Aubameyang.
Yeah, probably Aubameyang's their last class forward that they've had. Someone you can guarantee to be between 15 and 20 goals a year.
Was he after Giroud? Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
I think they're the same time.
Well, at the same time.
Yeah,
Because Giroud's
So
class.
they bumbled along a bit without really having a striker. I mean, wasn't it like... I think with Arteta and his links with Guardiola about not needing a striker till City got Haaland, of course. I think Arsenal were a bit behind City in terms of their.
Yeah.
You have to have a striker. You need a 35 goal.
But you look
to
even
win the
when
Premier League,
you look what Pep had at one point. He had Haaland and his second striker, which I wish he had come back, was Julian Alvarez.
Yeah.
He was fucking
Well, he's
awesome.
actually been linked with Arsenal.
Has he?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Now
think-
that is a sign.
Yeah, that will be a sign that will make me worry.
Where did he go?
He went Atletico.
Okay.
So-
Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
now.
so they've gone to Atletico, and it's there's been rumours of an 80 million.
Well, the whole of the
fucking 80
Atletico
million.
thing's getting a bit
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
now. They all
So-
kind of want to fuck off.
But all right. So are we still saying that we think that City are going to do it? I think they look a bit suspect. City. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah, I don't
He's
think-
come in and is probably going to help them out defensively, but
It's those two signings that Gahey sign, I think, has changed my mind a bit. Because if there's one person that will shore up a defence, I know I might be sounding biased.
Where are they
here.
signing from?
Fuck knows, but whatever that team was, bet they're missing
some
him.
ropey old fucking team.
Yeah.
South London. Fucking hell, man.
But if there's someone that's going to shore up a defence, it's going to be that guy. I feel like Kuznov could actually come a long way with him.
Yeah, it could do. So, Fieldsy, at this present moment in time, who's your money going on for the title?
I've said City all season.
You have? Has it changed?
No, it hasn't. I'm just thinking. The problem is the when you look at players one for one, you can't look past City. And if Arsenal win it, then absolutely fair play. But you got Gokares, you got Haaland. And for me, before we even go back any further, that's what Arsenal don't have. They don't have a Haaland. You can have a Gahey, you can have a Saliba, you can defend all you fucking want. You need to score goals.
Yeah.
And I see City scoring goals that Arsenal won't. That's my opinion.
I'll go City because I don't want Arsenal to win. It's just simple as that.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So that's Arsenal. That's the top of the table. Let's go down the bottom half where all of our shit house clubs.
Where the
reside.
excitement
We'll start
happens.
off with you, mate. So that was Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 3 today.
See, sadly, at the start of when this season and all the podcasts long, you wouldn't have been starting this conversation with, let's go down the bottom of the league. But, mate, we're in, as Philgy said, the mire.
Yeah.
We're in the mire, mate.
But it hasn't happened just really quickly.
Do you know what's really annoying me as well? Like all the players saying like, "Oh, well, I want to go." Fucking grow up. Realise who you are and how good you are before you suddenly shit on the team that has made you be who you are.
And what you owe
it's
the
so
team.
frustrating.
Mate, 6 weeks ago, everything was rosy.
Yeah.
Manager was there and he was staying. Players were happy. It was just getting into like the December period. No one was knackered. The full 11 were fully firing.
Yeah, that's mean injuries are massive.
Yeah,
though.
When was you at fourth? When was?
So this is a particular
November-ish
point.
sometime.
End of November, beginning of December, Palace had climbed up to fourth in the table.
We lost to City 3-0 and that was it. We've not won since. And it's like, fuck me.
Yeah, so players have been injured.
Kamada's been injured.
Kamada's been
Munoz was. Oh, I love the fact he was back today.
Yeah,
Big
so
difference.
that's a good return for you, I think, at the minute. But it doesn't help when the manager goes, "I'm off at the end of the year," because that just creates unrest.
Like I said last week, it just throws a grenade in the dressing room. There's no need for it. Tell the players that. I don't think that's so much of an issue. If you come and be like, lads, by the way, this is my last thing. Let's make it a fucking good one, yeah? Do you need to go and tell everyone else? Because then everyone else is like, oh my God, he's thrown a grenade into the dressing room. And then all the players doing this, all the players doing that. Mateta, I love Mateta, right? He's been one of our better strikers for a hell of a long time, right? Mm-hmm. He was shit before Glasner got there, and he was. He's been pretty good for a couple of seasons. Pretty good. He's not been amazing, but he's been pretty good. And now he's going, oh yeah, I want to go and play Juventus. You've missed another fucking one-on-one sitter today that you didn't need to. You've missed God knows how many times. You must be the only striker in world football that scores a hat-trick, and you should have scored 6. Like, chill out, bruv. Do you really need this Juventus move now in January? Because I feel like the only reason
Juventus even coming through?
They're interested in, but Villa are as well. So it's Juventus or Villa, and I feel like the only reason you're really proper begging this move is because you know that it ain't going to happen again, because you're having a rotter of a season. It's not a rotter of a season, but for the goals he should be scoring and what he should be doing, I don't think he's been that good. And I'm not mugging him off because I love Mateta.
How much do you think he's worth? Like to teams coming in? To Palace.
40 tops.
I was about to say I was going to say about 35, 40.
Okay.
Because I can't see. I just don't think he can do it for a big club. I don't think the managers and the fans of those big clubs will let him off so much with the chances he misses.
Well, the thing is as well is that now he's come out and he's said the Palace fans aren't going to give him the love that you need a player to get. Like, if he's come out and said, right, I want to leave Palace. But next week he puts on the Palace shirt and he turns up and he misses 2 sitters, the fans will turn on him.
But no one...
So you don't fucking want to be here. You clearly are showing that you don't want to be here. So fuck off.
But no one minds it
from a fan point of
view. But why can't you be like an Eze and a Gahey, where
a little bit of class and a little
Mark
bit
Gahey didn't want to be there, but he respected. Where if he was still at Chelsea, he'd probably still be playing for the reserves, or he'd be somewhere in the Championship on loan or something like that. He's moved to Palace. We took the dive and going, go on, and we'll buy you. Yeah. We'll buy you, and look at what he's become. So he's sat there going, I'm not going to sign a new contract, lads. I really want to move to a bigger club. Mm-hmm. I don't think any Palace fan was like, fair enough, man, fair enough. And his performances after that have been fucking incredible. He's given everything for that club and that shirt that he's wearing. When Man City come in and go, we'll give you 20 mil, I'm sitting there, as much as I hate to see him leave, I'm going, fucking take that, 100%. And it's stuff like that, it's really bugging me. And then the shouts that Walton wants to leave. You're like, fucking hell, you were playing at Blackburn, you prick.
And the thing
You're playing at Blackburn. And now...
I can imagine from a Palace fan point of view, you're looking at it like, okay, Gahey is going to go on to bigger and better things. Yeah. Walton...
He will do, yeah.
Mateta, right? Just won the FA Cup. We're in Europe. Things going well. We're 4th in the league, and then all of a sudden it's like fucking boom.
Oh, it's like an implosion.
What the fuck, man?
What has happened?
So, and again, from a Palace point of view, but a West Ham fan looking in, it's like, oh, we've gone back to being Palace now.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Success,
it feels like
you cunts now want to jump ship. Manager's thrown his fucking anything, and that must be so. Yeah. Demoralising and heartbreaking and
disheartening,
everything, because you're on the cusp of potentially doing something.
Even if we manage to uphold it for a couple of years, but it looks like we've just been really good and maybe overperforming. But let's be fair. We only ended up, what did we end 11th last year, something like that? 12th again? 12th. So, and yes, we won the FA Cup. I mean, Wigan won the FA Cup and got relegated, but that's not what I'm saying. It's still an absolute huge achievement.
The FA Cup for me.
But to start the season off so well, and all the players be like, yeah, man, FA Cup holders come into this season in the European Conference League, whatever, and keep pushing and playing so well as like we did at the start of the season.
All right, but what do you think has caused it? What's the first domino to fall? This caused this chain reaction where the wheels come off.
I feel like Eze was one of them because of the time that we sold him. Was just, and Glasner did bring it up, like, we've got a game in 2 days' time. Why are we selling this guy? Sell it to him, but let him play the game. No, done. Fine. All right, we replaced him with Pino, no problem. Gahey. Oh, yeah, he's off to a medical, so we can't play him. What the fuck is going on? Like, the upstairs need to have a good, long, hard look.
Do you think it starts with Parish and Glasner?
Yeah,
is that what trickles down and causes?
Yeah, because the disconnect between them two. And to be fair, as much as Glasner has come out and done whatever, cool. But there's a massive disconnect between them two. And I completely understand why Glasner's frustrated, because if that was me, I'd be sitting there going, the same as him, going, why have you sold him a day before the game? We've done all the preparation all week long. Yeah. And that's completely fucked the whole game plan of everything you're doing. You know, you're not going to invest in me, you're not going to do this, not going to do that. Why don't you just expect miracles? And it's stuff like that. So, but...
Do you also think as well that with your success in the FA Cup, and Conference League should have been Europa League, but with the amount of games in either European competition and the amount, you know, that whole build-up, lack of investment in terms of the depth of squad,
it's massive.
We're all not doubling the amount of games, but we're going to Cyprus on a fucking Thursday night, and then we come back, and then we're going to go to wherever. Like the whole investment in the team to cope with the amount of games.
This is like the cost of success, really, isn't it? Sorry? The cost of success by you win the trophy, which gets you a Thursday, Sunday routine.
Yeah.
You haven't got a squad big enough to cope with it. December and January hits, everyone's fucking knackered.
And then you're selling Gay here.
But the thing is, though, let's be fair. Some of the games we've played in the Conference League, you can buy players from the Championship that can win that game. That's what frustrates me. If we're sitting there in the Champions League or Europa League and you're playing against people like Sevilla and stuff like that, probably...
Is that a lack of ambition by your owners?
You know, it's a lack of, I'll have that money, thank you very much, cheers for the success, we go back to being who we are, thank you. No, you've got a fucking chance now. Yes, you're going to get rid of those players. Of course we are. We're Palace. We are going to get rid of them. Have some ambition and be able to, like, find a few more Pinos. I'm not saying Pino is the be-all end-all. Find some more Munos. Find some more. Don't say, or find a Walton in the Championship. Look at them. Because if they're not quite up to scratch and we have to sell them a couple of years later, they probably can play in the fucking Conference League against Cups. Like, that's what... Cups.
Get it right.
Stuff like that. And to be fair... That little rant, that's cool. But actually, if we go back to the game, we're just way off it, man. Like, we could have gone 1-0 up. We didn't because we missed the fucking chance, as per usual. We're like the new Brentford's the new us. Can't put our chances away. And the goals, they got a penalty. That was a penalty. It was an accidental...
Was Walton's both yellow cards and sending off one?
Yeah, what the fuck was he doing? Yeah, he's on the yellow and he's actually just flown through someone. And you're like, what are you doing?
No complaints.
No, it wasn't a red card, but it was a stonewall yellow. It was won't lie. As a Palace fan, bad day in the office. But I will say, because then I did say I'll be quick in Palace today. So
you've been 25 minutes, you can't.
I know. Our next few games are huge. They are Forest next. Away, Brighton away, and Burnley at home.
Wow.
And then Wolves at home.
Oh, wow.
And then I can't, between Burnley and Wolves, I can't pronounce this team because we play them.
Show me.
Yeah, you're quite good at those sort of teams.
I don't need my fucking... Zimdach.
Zrinski or something like that.
Yeah, them.
They're from
They're from Bosnia, So yeah, the next few games are quite big for us, and hopefully that will define
Right,
us.
so I'm going to ask you the same question because we are both on the same points. Are we both teetering on the edge of a relegation battle right now?
Depends how the next 3 game goes. If we bottle them, I mean, we lose to Forest,
Wow.
we're on the same points as them.
Yeah.
I think the Wolves game is huge because Wolves aren't catching anyone.
Yeah, but we also got Burnley, and we've got a derby against Brighton. We can't lose, but that's away from home. Forest away from home. We have to rock up. And hopefully, I don't know how long Kamala's out for, and I never thought I'd say that, but fuck me, we need him.
That is, even at the beginning of the podcast when we started it, you were slating.
Yeah, because I always thought we could have someone better than Kamala, and we really can't.
Shit, that is a
So,
statement.
we're in the dumps. I tell you what, ask me in 3 weeks' time whether we're down or not. I think that will answer the question.
All right, okay, and we'll ask each other the same question because we also have a rotter of a run coming up, but I'll get onto my team. We're going to go on to yours next. So the game was West Ham 3, Sunderland 1.
Predicted it right.
You did. You predicted it right. And
Did you predict anything like that?
I went 2-1.
What?
West Ham.
West Ham, did
I
you?
went a 2-1 West Ham win, but I didn't expect you to be 3-0 up at half time and play as well as you did. Talk us through it, mate.
So, like a dickhead. I was doing something Saturday morning and I thought, do you know what? Fuck
Do we want to know?
20 minutes. Wow.
20 minutes in, he's on bacon.
I'll talk you through that. It's longer than 20 minutes, son. I was doing something. I predicted a 3-1 win, and I really, really fancied us to get a result back of Tottenham, and also, albeit beating QPR, fair play QPR, but like for us, it's like now 2 games on the bounce. Can we get a third? And I did fancy us. Anyway, I'm working away. Commitment Saturday morning. I had to get that done. I thought, fuck it, I'll catch the second half. We're 3-0 up at half time. I'm like, fuck sake.
Oh, no.
I can't fucking write this shit. Anyway, I thought we played really well in the first half. I thought we defended well. I feel as though some things sort of clicked. Nuno's appointed as assistant, who was not happy bringing Kilman on.
Right.
I don't know if you've seen the videos of
I
that.
haven't, no.
Oh, wow. Check the videos out.
Okay.
He was not fucking happy. Look, we've got Chelsea next. Do I expect to get anything out of Chelsea game? No.
Where's that at? Is that Stamford Bridge or
It's at
your
Stamford
place?
Bridge.
Okay.
Then we've got Burnley.
All right. So 2 big games. Okay, Chelsea. It's a big derby for you though, you know. And if you'd lost the last 2 games, I'd say you're going to lose this one. But off the back of something and Chelsea are up and down. Chelsea aren't an infallible team that you can't get at. They're so hot and cold, Chelsea. So
They are.
I reckon you could probably look for a draw out of them.
Well, we had a conversation away from the podcast where I turned around and I said to you that I think it was before the Sunderland game, and I said to you, if we beat Sunderland and we can nick a point against Chelsea, and then we beat Burnley, all of a sudden everything's on his head.
It is on his head.
Because you're not going well. You're not going well.
It's almost starting to get to the point, mate, where I don't want you to fuck someone.
No, suddenly
Right.
I suddenly looked today. I went, why the fuck was I cheering West Ham the other day?
We're hitting a
I'm cheering them on
bit
just
of
purely
form.
because you're my mate.
Yeah, they're saying. And then I look at the table, I'm like, fuck them.
I'm cheering a guy on, chatting to a missus.
Yeah, go on, Emma.
So I think for the first time throughout the whole season, we might be hitting a little bit of form. Maybe Nuno started to get his little thing across. we've signed a couple of strikers now. We're more offensive than defensive.
That Tatty looks all right, doesn't he?
He looks all right. I like.
You played both, didn't you? You played Pablo and Tatty.
Before Pablo a little bit deeper and Tatty.
But I just have to say before we go, what a goal by Fernandes, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Actually, he had a wicked game, didn't he?
Do you know what?
And he almost scored another baldy as well. And it hit the other side of the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then Mavropanos is having an argument with the fucking air player. So if you pay attention, you cunt, as you tap it in. Fuck, what are you doing, you prick? Do you see it? You haven't seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Fernandes hits a fucking worldie, hits the underside of the bar, bounces down and out. But Mavropanos is so fucking busy having a row with a striker, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, you fucking retard.
Oh, yeah, he is.
That's a tap. That's a tapping, isn't it?
Yeah,
if he's looking at the ball, it's a tap.
It's a goal. Yeah.
Oh no! Anyway, what's a goal?
We
What a
win
goal?
the game anyway.
Yeah.
So, fucking what a controversial season for us, top to bottom, blah blah blah. I think for us, we desperately need at least a point against Chelsea, 3 against Burnley. That's 4 points. Mate, we win, Forest win. Like, fuck.
Hopefully we do you a favour next week.
I mean, obviously, as an isolated result, you wanted Forest to drop points or at least draw or whatever, and you can start clawing back. But you've started to make the arses twitch of the people above you.
Yeah, I think
that was the most important thing. Worry about what they do in time over the next course of 15 games. You need to concentrate on you, and winning 2 in a row is huge.
Two in the Premier League, like 3 with the FA Cup. I think we've got Chelsea. Then we've got I think then it's Burton, then Burnley. I think we said that in the Premier League, if we can hit a point with Chelsea and 3 against Burnley, that's 10 points. All of a sudden, that gap starts to close because we was written off a few weeks ago. I think Nuno's getting a tune out of players. I think we're starting to get a little bit of cohesion. Players are like, do you know what?
I think those 2 signings, bring about not just so good on the pitch, but off the pitch, and the fact that, like, in the dressing room, going, these guys look right. Like, do you remember when you signed? It kept you up because Neil Warnock fucking shatting pants. When
Tevez.
Tevez and Mascherano.
Yeah.
Just not so much of how good they are. And don't get me wrong, no one's ever going to as a
mate. What a January.
No one is ever going to sign 2 players that is going to keep you up that are actually that good.
Yeah.
But just those 2 signings together, what that brings in the dressing room of going, I think, especially for like your midfielders, I feel like suddenly on the training ground you can ping some balls and they might actually put them in the net and things like that.
We haven't got an aged, crocked Wilson and Fulkrug now. I've got 2 players that could actually run and affect the play.
I feel like someone like Fernandes was probably doing a fieldy going, he's 31 and he's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, and I get it. I do get it.
I also think a big shout out to Somerville.
What is it? 3 games in a row now?
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, I think he's doing bits. I think players are looking at teams are looking at him, but
there was one team looking at him, wasn't there? Was it you?
Yeah, because Kudus out. I'm not going to waffle on. What I am going to say is,
hilarious.
I'm not getting massively over excited. What I am saying is, we seem to have maybe hit a little patch of form when teams around us have not. And I can only hope that if we can get a point at Chelsea, 3 against Burnley, then all of a sudden it's fucking wide open.
Alright, so say the next round of fixtures, here's the hypothetical, say Palace beat Forest because they want to, because they fucking hate Forest now. Everton beat Leeds tomorrow, and you get another point. So you gain another. So you started to gain momentum on, because Leeds are going to start looking behind them now.
Yeah, they've got to, because Leeds. I think that
their run of form, I think, is because you haven't been performing. They're like, we're only looking.
Yeah, I do. There's no pressure on them.
I think now pressure will start, and then that's going to be a big question on Forest and Leeds. I think Burnley and Wolves are down, but then having said that, we've got to play Burnley.
So
And if we lost to Burnley, that changes the conversation completely. You've got them. Can you imagine if Burnley beat us and you?
If we don't sort our shit out by then, they will. I actually can't see us beating anyone at the moment, the way we're playing. I think we'll sort it out by next week.
I think...
But I know what you're saying. That you could be... I think me and us two are going down, mate.
Burnley sort their shit out.
Yeah, on 28 points as well.
If you lose to Burnley, we beat Burnley, and we get something out of Chelsea, you two must be looking over your shoulders. Depending on your results.
I am now. Until a couple of weeks
Mateta,
time. No, that doesn't bother me.
Wharton.
That bothers me.
On the back of Gahey.
That bothers me.
Tottenham, have you signed?
Just about to sign Somerville from West Ham.
Alright, oh that's
100 million. We've something for Van der Ven.
Right, we've signed 2 players, one being Conor Gallagher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he should be good. He should
It's good signing.
It's a good signing.
It's that one
but
game,
it wasn't
isn't
the
it?
signing that we needed.
Yeah, that's the issue. The signing's good. It's just not who you need in midfield.
And there was another. We've got a Brazilian left back who we're going to loan out. Which is
I hate those signings. They're not even signings, are they?
They're bullshit. But anyway, before I start giving fucking shit to my own club, do you want to
wrap it up?
Yeah.
Okay. It's been an encouraging few weeks. I think Nuno's been given a little bit of time. I think some things are coming into play. I think his assistant's quite good. When he went to bring in Kilman on 89 minutes and he lost his fucking shit with Nuno. Like, what the fuck are you doing that for?
That's what you need.
I like that.
That's what you need as well.
And I think Alex Ferguson came out with something when he turned around and said, when I have an assistant manager, I don't want somebody to say yes. I want somebody to turn around and say...
Carlos Queiroz?
It might have been.
No, what was the geezer before that burst the balloon between his legs?
Oh,
shut him up.
Phelan.
Mike Phelan, yeah.
So, and I like that. I like that with Nuno that he's appointed somebody that's actually going to question him as a manager.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Are you sure that's the right idea?
I'm not happy with that. I wouldn't do that. And Nuno was like, but I'm not fucking happy with it. And he went and said that. That was his first game. So I like that. Look, there's games to play. It's all up in the air. The relegation battle is far more exciting than the challenge for the Premier League title. Let's see. I don't know.
No.
But at least it's looking a little bit better than
It's
it
a
was.
bit better. I don't have a black armband on at the moment, but the black armband, I will point it out there. It's not for our results. That's because of the country owners, Dildo brother.
Yeah. But at least you've got something to latch onto, a little bit more of inflated hope than you had 3 fixtures ago, at least.
Oh, fucking all season. Yeah.
So I've always believed that you're going to stay up.
Yeah, you have, and I haven't.
You have said that.
I've always believed you're going to stay up, and all it needed was like what you've had the last 2 games.
Yeah.
You just needed like a couple of wins, and it's just so big for the players, the fans.
A bit of atmosphere. Right?
Yeah. Bit of atmosphere.
So encouraging at the moment that we will stay up.
Are we ready?
I hope.
Are we ready?
Right. Okay.
We've left this till last.
Yeah, left it till
Because-
last, and it may be a bit anticlimactic because I don't really want to say too much because I don't think I can.
You
but
can.
I will. Or I can.
You can.
I can. So
you fucking will.
The game in question was Burnley 2, Spurs 2.
Yeah.
We should have won. We were miles better than them. Dubravka had the game of his life. I think we had like 9 shots on target, and he just pulled out some worldie. It's just one of those games. But as an isolated fixture, going all the way to Burnley, a team in the you can never be 100%. Even the teams at the top of the league, you shouldn't be that confident you'll ever beat anybody in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But it's just off the back of numerous results that have happened till now. After such a good result against Dortmund,
in the Champions League in midweek, and Dortmund aren't no slouches. You know, they're a good
Dortmund
European
class
team
European
with
team.
good pedigree. Admittedly, they're not the Lewandowski, Haaland, Marco Reus. He played for Dortmund.
Yeah,
Reus, yeah.
All of these like world-class players. That's not the Dortmund that exists now, but we still
They're still second in the Bundesliga.
they're still second in the Bundesliga, and we still played well. And we all went, yeah, you know, we're doing great in the fucking Champions League, but it all means nothing if we don't turn up against Burnley at the weekend.
Yeah.
And it looked like for all of the efforts that we put in, Burnley hadn't won for 13 games, and they were just about to before Romero
Probably should have.
Yeah, probably should have before Romero put a bullet header in the 90th minute and then injured himself kicking the fucking advertising stands.
Yeah, what are these such
He's
a
injured
fucking
himself.
melt, is
He
he?
injured himself. So Romero has literally just nodded it in, equalised, and he's gone over to it's gone in the kind of like it's a celebration.
It's like an angry one.
Yeah, but it's an angry celebration because why the fuck are we losing to fucking Burnley? So he's scored. He's gone over like and he's booted the fucking advertising boards in.
Because he got put up front.
Yeah, no, so
He was playing up front.
at the minute, if Van der Ven and Romero don't score, there's no party.
Because Van der Ven's goal was good as well.
That
Really
was
goal.
good. So we can't trust our forwards. We just everything's just mush.
The issue is your 2 goals you conceded were one of them was on Van der Ven, the other one was on Romero.
Yeah, so
So the 2 goals they conceded was off the 2 guys that scored.
Yeah.
it's so.
They're just, and you can't. I'm not going to. Sorry, I don't mean
you're
to
right,
steal it, but going from a neutral thing of only watching by a match a day and the highlights, their goals they conceded. I mean, your first one, where the fuck was Romero?
Yeah,
He just-
defending was all over the place. It was such a shitty goal to concede.
They just crossed the ball, and the guy just had all the time in the world, no dramas.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the other one,
He could
Van
have
der
knitted a
Ven-
jumper before he fucking
Yeah,
put the ball
Van
in.
der Ven was just
Jumper.
fucking around trying to kick it. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
No.
He just got done so easily, and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? I mean, they bossed the game, Tottenham. They bossed the game, but they're just so.
Wasteful, so either toothless. I really, really don't know. Trouble is, I've come numb to it.
How does that? Because obviously I watch quite a lot of football TikTok and all that, and I follow a couple of Tottenham fans in there, and they're just like, he has to go. I don't know how he hasn't gone. How far does that go?
The trouble is, the only reason that Frank has still got a job is I can never remember how to fucking say his name. Vinay Venkatesham, who was the CEO of Arsenal, and one of his crowning achievements is that he went through this with Arteta at Arsenal and kept him on. So if you remember when Arteta first came in,
they were the meme club at the time, weren't they?
and all of the whole fan base, get him out, get all right. Give me if you remember, Arteta out, no, get rid of this clown.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. And he didn't. He kept him on, and Arteta has become the god of the Arsenal fan base at the moment. So he's going, no. Done it. I've been through this. It's not my first rodeo.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
so-
That's it.
idea.
so to speak. So that he is probably the only person that's keeping Frank in a job right now, because we've sacked managers for doing better.
Yeah. So do you?
Yeah.
Is it now? Because the way I'm now kind of looking at it is that him to the end of the season then?
It's probably
Because I
gonna-
can't
right.
see where else you go unless you get ripped into
Right.
ripped into
So
relegation.
here we go. So here is and you said your next fixtures. Here are our next four fixtures. We've got City at home, Manchester United away, Newcastle at home, Arsenal at home. We could lose all four of them.
You could easily lose.
We could lose all four of them. So it's almost like West Ham have got a free shot on closing the gap on us. So
That's actually pretty naughty,
just say over the next four fixtures you pick up 4 points. Just argue 4 points. Even at 6 points.
Where would that put them? 3 points away from you if you lost all that?
Yeah, three or
No, they're on 28. No, 28.
So you got 8. So between all of us, we are both 8 points ahead of you.
Okay.
Right. So if you only scored 4 points, you would be 4 points behind us, and that is squeaky bum time.
Yeah.
No, then it's like it's a shootout for the rest of the season.
That is-
it is fucking drastic. Admittedly, you get all of your hard fixtures out of the way. But
Do you have any of your players coming back? Like, who's the geese? There's a couple of one, the Swedish guy, Bergvall.
Right, Bergvall's now out for 3 months because we don't lose people for days; we lose them for months. We've got Kulusevski.
He's awesome.
He has not
Where's he?
played since April. He was supposed to be back.
April?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, he was supposed to. He was only out with a knock. He's had 2 surgeries, cunt.
That's mental.
He was supposed to return middle of December.
What happened with that?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, they don't come out and tell you.
No, they didn't come around personally and tell me. They knock on my door.
Just let you know, mate.
Madison, we may get a couple of games out of him before the end of the season, but we've kind of wrote him off.
He'll be cold,
He's
though,
fucking
when he
done
comes
now
back.
anyway.
Yeah, but yeah,
Madison
and he's had
He's better
2
pundit.
injuries on the same knee, so he may never be the same player.
He's a good pundit, though. I'll take him as a
He's a
pundit.
good pundit. He does talk a good game, but
Just don't play well.
to me personally, it's all a bit shit. I can only see us going down.
It's good that you got Solanke back, though, because he's looking really good.
No, he isn't.
What player?
Right, and as much as it didn't seem like the board, right? The board, first of all. So Vinay I don't like because he comes from Arsenal. It's almost like someone has come in as an agent to sabotage our club because that's how it feels. How can we, at the beginning of the season, how can we fuck this football club up? And it's coming out to fruition.
He's probably mates with Sol Campbell.
Probably. No, they're both in it together. I'm a fucking Judas.
Who can we sell to Arsenal? Who can we get gone?
And then we've got Johan Lange, who failed at Villa. Right, so Vinay has come away from Arsenal and Arsenal have gone from strength to strength. Johan Lange, their director of football, has come away from Villa and they've come from strength to strength. But they've both come to our club. We've gone,
Yeah.
fucking deflated balloon. It's horrible. I don't see us getting good players. We just don't have the rapport. We don't have the reputation or whatever. I'd love to get Robertson. Apparently that's in the news.
See, I thought that was
you said it earlier in the podcast. I don't think we will because Kirkus is gash.
I just personally, I thought.
Is that a forward signing? No.
I think it is because
It's a short-term signing, but I'll take it.
But I think that would up them a bit. The issue is, I don't think that's going to happen now, purely on the fact that you can't go and lose to Bournemouth in the way they did, and you have to whip off your left back that you've just bought because he's having an absolute rotter, and bring in your guy that actually does know how to play football.
That is not a productive sale.
I
for
can't see
Liverpool right now.
That's what I mean. Not for you guys. I just feel like Liverpool are going to go, or Arnie Slot is going to go upstairs and go, I can't get rid of him.
Yeah, it's a short-term coup for us. It's not a progressive sign. It's not a medium or long-term signing. But I'd take it for purely the fact that there's someone of his ilk of player that's won a lot of trophies, and he's not
good in the dressing room as
He's
well.
good in the dressing room, and he'll start digging people out. And
I feel like
that's what kind of we need.
Yeah.
On the other side, Somerville has scored a few goals in the last few games.
Mate, that is a rotter
we have
signing.
already got
That is
a
a
plethora
rotter
of bang
signing.
average wingers. I don't need more.
Yeah.
No offence.
Mate, please stay away.
Yeah,
Because for us, he's doing bits.
Yeah.
So I'll keep it.
Absolutely. I don't think that's
think he scored 3 and
I don't
4.
think that's a good.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a good signing for us. I don't think it's a good sale for you.
I think it's a desperate.
Either way, I think it's a
Yeah.
shit transfer for both clubs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the only way I feel like you might get Robertson is if Liverpool put their hands in their pockets and buy Robinson from Fulham.
Yeah, that was
That was
touted in the news. It was either
that's because that was touted in not January, in the summer though, because it was between
I like
Kirkers and
Robinson.
him.
I
wasn't
think
it?
he's a good left back.
He's a very good
That
left
would be a
back.
good left back. Or they were thinking about recalling
Tsimikas.
from his loan.
But what's the point?
No,
Wouldn't you just go Tottenham now, mate? Have him in summer.
He's fucking bang average anyway. So
Yeah.
but there we are. As a closing statement about it all. Do you know what? I didn't expect us to get anything. But I thought
Really?
generally we were going to lose. It's one of those ones where I hoped you were going to win because it was really our last chance of catching up for the potential. If we go on a run, we may get a fight at a European place. It was the last chance, really, but we didn't. We fucked up, and now we are looking over our shoulder at your guys. We will obviously chat more over the next coming weeks of how the results go, and we could be all in squeaky bum time together, lads.
Can we, before we go any further, it'd be interesting to know the odds for teams to get relegated as it stands.
We'll have to look at that and bring it up next week.
I don't think it'd be great. Obviously, you'd be lower than even money in a minute.
It'd be an interesting one to look at. Maybe going up to.
I bet we're about 3-1. But we ain't.
I reckon we'll probably be 11-4.
You won't, just because you're Tottenham.
Do I spiritually believe that we're going to get relegated? No.
I don't think so at Palace, but I can just see it. It'll be so.
They would have said that to me about us.
But you can never ever believe you're too good to go down, especially when it's still so closely mathematically possible. Right, okay, that will wrap that up. We will talk about something new. So that's the Premier League for this week. We'll reconvene next week. So, Martyn, I asked you
question of the week, wasn't it?
Question of the week to wrap up. Yes. So,
and actually, it's quite a good one, I think.
We're going to finish up. What's your question?
Pure. I think it's a good one. Purely on, I think all three of our teams this year need something in their dressing room or their team to bolster up. So my question is, what player from your past, sold, retired, whatever, could be years ago, would make the biggest difference, and what you need at your club right now, whether it's to survive, sort you out or whatever, would you bring back in their prime, obviously, in their prime?
Is this a one answer question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be.
So
one player only.
You can choose one player, but you can probably discuss a couple.
If you want, I might give you a manager rather than a player. That's the only stipulation.
Right,
no, fuck it. We'll stay with players. Stay with players.
So, okay, bring back a past player in his prime that you feel like is going to...
That would definitely be bigger for your team now. What your team needs at this...
Yeah, well, when you suggested the question earlier, there's only one name that I would ever bring back.
I think I can guess you.
Yeah. I flirted with a couple of names. So, first of all, I thought defensively we're a bit ropey. Would I bring back Ledley? Ledley King would be
baller.
A great defensive stalwart to shore up the defence. Our midfield's a bit ropey, so I thought prime Moussa Dembele, who's been touted by, or Luka Modric.
Yeah.
So another world-class player that was in our ranks, but the one genuine, probably like ultimate world-class player that we've had, bring back, because that is someone that you need. The star quality is just something we are desperately lacking. Is
he going to be? Is he going to be crossing balls into no one though?
He just needs to. He just takes one touch and bangs one world into the top corner. It's Gareth Bale.
Yeah, I thought.
Right, but prime Gareth Bale, pre Real Madrid, Spurs, Gareth Bale.
Do you remember him against Inter Milan?
What
a game!
Unbelievable.
He just carried a bang average team on his own. I've never seen anyone like it. Just kind of from standing, just shift 1 yard touch and just sweep one in. Like West Ham, I don't know whether you remember that game or not. That was what a goal!
So
he was just absolutely something else, and people hate it, especially Arsenal fans. When I think personally he's up there with Thierry Henry. It may be a rotter thing for you, but.
Not saying nothing.
No, I do think he's one of the...
He's class.
I'm not saying he's better, but there are goals that Bauer scored that Thierry didn't. He moves in a way that he don't. Thierry was pace, power.
Don't be laughing. His reaction is why I'm laughing so much.
Gareth Bale's fucking class, mate. Absolute class. Right? He's not going to go on to achieve that he does.
That Copa del Rey final goal
with Thierry Henry is. But I get the whole Gareth Bale conversation.
All right, okay, that's mine. Who are you choosing in West Ham?
Right, so
Mark Noble.
Are we choosing?
Gray.
Are we choosing players that that are in my lifetime then? Because
Yeah, you got to have watched them.
see, that's fucked me right up now.
Yeah, you can't just
Wait,
pick someone.
I was obviously going to say fucking Bobby Moore because our defence is shit.
No, you got to do what you've picked and what
Right.
you've watched in your lifetime.
Okay, so this is literally
Because then you can talk about why.
This is literally off the cuff now because I'm on the spot. Okay, so one player
That your team really need at the moment, that can really elevate you.
that I've watched and think can make an impact. I'm going to say, fuck me, it's tough. Sorry. I'm going to say Paolo Di Canio only because he wouldn't have took any bollocks from any fucking pantomime precious little fucking pussies, and he would have pushed it in training, he would have pushed it on the pitch, and he wouldn't have accepted anything other than 100%. 100% would have been a bare minimum. We need in our position at the moment somebody like that to come in. I'm just going to mention two other people. You took the piss out of Mark Noble a little bit there, right?
No, I didn't. I took this out of you.
Well, you can take the piss out of me all you want, but I think that so I'm going to mention two other people.
I thought you were going to pick Mark Noble. I won't lie, I thought you were going to pick Mark
Di
Noble.
Canio came in and he was an unbelievable player with unbelievable standards, and if you didn't meet his standards, he'd fucking call you out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the player
He's
we
very
need right
Rory
now.
Keane-esque in that kind of
Yeah.
mentality, isn't he?
Yeah, and I love him to bits. When you say about Mark Noble, the only thing with Mark Noble is technically he wasn't the best player in the world. The one thing that he did get was West Ham because he'd been there all his life, and if anyone didn't quite get the whole West Ham thing, I'd like to think he'd get him by the scruff of the neck to say,
This is what
listen,
we do.
this is how we do it. We might not be the best club in the world, but again, the minimum requirement is fucking this, and if you don't do it, fuck off.
Yeah.
The other one I'm just going to say, from my personal point of view, is Julian Diggs, because he's a fucking horrible cunt who will bang a left footer into the top bins, and sometimes, when you're on your fucking arse, you need somebody to pick their best player and say, do you know what, cunt? I'm tackling you, and he'll fucking smash her.
Bang.
Now we've got a game on, the crowd's up, they're on their feet,
Yeah.
let's fucking go. That's the position that we're
Would you
in
say
right now.
Julian Dix over Stuart Pearce?
I would. I love Stuart Pearce. He wasn't with us long enough. Julian Dix was
I suppose
a
he's just
schoolboy.
he peaked a little bit, Pearce. And
I'll just jump on this real quickly. The story when we moved stadiums and they turned around to Julian Dix and they said, what are you going to miss most about Upton Park? And I can't remember the team we were playing. And Julian Dix turned around and said, we were playing a team. I smashed a couple of players, went out for a throw-in. He went over to the chicken run. The ball's gone into the fans. While he's waiting for the ball to come back, he leant over, one gave him a can of Coke, another one gave him a Mars bar. He had a bite of the Mars bar, had a swig of the Coke, got the ball, took the throw in, carried on. And for me, that's just the whole West Ham thing about it.
Yeah.
It was intense. Julian Dix wouldn't take no prisoners. Stuart Pearce wouldn't have taken no prisoners.
No.
Sorry, Julian Dix wouldn't have taken no prisoners. Canio, and even Mark Noble in the changing room from a different side of things.
Yeah.
It's a different era, and Mark Noble was he had to deal with a different set of teammates.
Yeah.
I think it was. I am Mr. West Ham, and I need to be because this
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
what I'm surrounded by.
Yeah. So that would be what we need right now.
Right.
Like that.
And who you taking as your Palace? Who you need right now from?
See,
Palace prime?
I've got a couple of shouts.
Okay, cool.
Couple of shouts. So,
I'm going to say that Zaha's going to be up there now.
well, my couple of shouts are one, Luka, I can never even say his name properly, Milivojevic.
Milivojevic.
Yeah. Him in midfield now, and at least he can take a penalty. Just someone like that in midfield that can just get together and a little bit like you. Just go and fucking smash someone.
You need
I know
somebody to do
I know
that.
we've got Will Hughes. The issue of Will Hughes is he doesn't quite. I don't think he's all the team. He is all the team, but all the team looked at Luca. He's our captain. He's our bloke. Do you know what I mean? And I love that about him so much. To be fair, sounds ridiculous because it's really recent, but you got to think this is the best Palace has ever been in my lifetime recently, and Eze is someone purely because I feel like we need someone. Give him the ball, go and do something, bruv, because we're in the shit.
I think Elise would be a bit of a bigger miss than Eze.
That was my next shout.
Oh, right, okay.
Elise
is one of the best right wingers in the world. No.
Elise was one of the best right wingers at Palace, but because he was at Palace, no one really understood it.
Yeah. Now he's at Bayern.
I don't think he's got any better at Bayern. I just think he was that good. He was fucking insane. Like he was just an outrageous.
Are you Andy Johnson?
Oh mate, I love Andy Johnson. Right. Over Julian Gray. but Elise, I personally think was that good. He's like a little bit before my time, but our Italo Lombardo just came there. He was too good for us. Ripped it up and then had to go.
Oh, he's so casual. That guy.
Yeah, he's just he was just so good. But Andy Johnson's obviously another shout, but I have to go because I personally think it's the best player. Probably not the best player that Palace have ever had, but the emotions he gave and the emotions he gave for the club. And a bit like you with Di Canio, he wanted everything for that club. He came through, well, you're going to say it's Wilfred Zaha. It is Wilfred Zaha. Everything he did, he came through our academy, did everything. Like, his first game was at Selhurst Park, and I'm pretty sure me, Dad, and Lee were there. Like, we were there for his first game. And I'll never forget the playoff semi-final, the diving header against Brighton. That guy, and then everyone would sit there and go, oh, but he half moan a bit. No, he didn't. Well, no, he did. He wants more. He wants Palace to be the best. That's what he did. Yeah, he left to go to Man United. I mean, who wouldn't? Of course, you're going to. At that point, I think he thought he was signing for Fergie. Fergie left and he didn't get it. He shagged Moyes' daughter, so he came back. But he came back. How many people come back to a club and play like that? Because that when he came back to the club, I mean, we were in the shit. We were like, we've stayed up that 1 year without him. Or was it 2 years? Can't remember. And he came back and just went, I'm boss man again. I'm boss man. I am Mr. Crystal Palace and I will bring you up. Mate, there was points where we could be 1-0 down in the 90th minute and what someone does, the keeper will roll out the ball to someone or he'll just boot it to him and go, right, left wing, Wilf, where are you? And he'll do something and he'll score. I mean, the guy was outrageous, and if there's something right now that we need, it is Mr. Crystal Palace and go, look, boys, if you want to fuck off and go and leave us.
Yeah.
The rest of you, let's fucking sort this out, because there's fucking 20,000 people out there that fucking spend their money, that are Crystal Palace fans, that have just watched you win the FA Cup and been delirious because you've played so well for us, and you're now rocking round right now playing like a twat because it looks like you all can't be bothered. You're downed your tools, not for the manager, not for the fans, just for yourself. You've downed your tools for yourself so you can leave. How the hell does that work? That would only happen at Palace. I really think, and it just needs to be a Mr. Crystal Palace and go, you're at Crystal Palace, it's the best you've got at the moment. Fucking go and win this game, because those lads up there are going to be screaming your name all game long. Even if you're 5-0 down, they will. So chill out and sort yourselves out. That's what I think we need.
I think we're in a similar sort of situation where it isn't just it isn't just about a player on the pitch. It's a player in the changing room.
Yeah,
that's what.
But also just on the pitch, if something goes wrong, sit there screaming at you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Sort it out. Next time we'll sort that out, yeah? You're a bit lucky because you've had some ridiculously class players. And I know I've just sat there and said Elise is just unbelievable. Elise didn't say anything on the pitch. He
didn't need to.
He just did it. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Neither did he wasn't a leader. He wasn't someone who's digging people out. He's not barking.
He was doing enough on the pitch. Not
he was just such a star-studded aura. He didn't need to be. Defenders were just shit scared.
Yeah.
And that's why I said that, because we've got no one when you read the team. He said, "Fuck."
Or if he wasn't on the thing, the right back's going fuck.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's the same. I just think we need to miss Crystal Palace back in the club, and it's such a shame someone like Gay.
So who's your one answer? So who's your,
Zaha. Sorry, was my one answer. The other ones, I just love them as players for Palace, and they were very they gave a lot to the club. So
we're going Zaha,
Bale,
Di Canio.
Tell you what, that ain't a bad midfield, is it?
that is pretty good. That is a really good. That was a really good question, mate. A really good question. I like that. So next week, mate.
It's going to be you, mate.
You. So you will pose a question to us guys next week.
When you're in Margate tomorrow, have a little think.
Margate, then Milton Keynes, then. If anyone's from Milton Keynes, by the way, no offence, but wow, move.
Clean up your dog shit.
Fucking hell.
Right, boys.
Right.
Been a good
Happy
chat.
days.
So, Martyn, would you like to say what you normally say at the end of the podcast, please?
Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment, and from myself, from Fieldsy, from Martyn, we'll see you next week. See you next week.
Boys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.